What's up, Juventini? It is here. Champions League phase opener for Juventus. Juventus against Borussia Dortmund. We've got the starting lineups. We're going to get into it. And yes, I'm going to tell Somber, the creator there, your app is messed up, all right? It does show me, even on mine, that Weston McKennie is going to be playing as a center back. He is not going to be playing as a center back. No. But Tudor did make some changes from the projected lineup that we did see. We're going to get into this. I'm hyped up for this game, everybody. What's up to everybody jumping in here? We got Mitch ready to rock and roll. We got Skippy in here. Great to see you. And double espresso as it's 4:30 a.m. in Sydney. Look at that. No better way than to start your day with a Champions League matchup involving Juventus. Hopefully they can kick the day off right for you and add happiness to the rest of us with a nice solid victory against Dortmund. We got Adam in here, TX Juventino. Let's go. Brandon, great to see you in here. Martin, Forza Juventus. It's great to have you all in here. I will post the starting lineup for you, and we're not going to waste any time in getting into this coverage. There you have it. Di Gregorio, Kalulu, Bremer, and Kelly will make up your three center backs. That means that Gatti starts the game on the bench. You've got Cambiaso, Miners, Thuram, and McKennie. That means that Locatelli starts the game on the bench. And then you've got Yildiz, Openda, and David. That rounds out your starting lineup. I have no issues with the starting 11. I would have personally played Locatelli over Miners. I feel it's a little bit forced, but it is what it is. At some point in time, Miners, he's better in this position than the position we saw against Inter Merda at the weekend, but he's got to do more. He's been running like crazy. If you look at the distance tracked, he's amongst the top for Juventus. And definitely was before he got substituted in the match against Inter. But there's got to be more. He's got to find ways to impact, even in simple ball progression in this position. He's got to take some chances somewhere. It's got to click. But he gets a start. Hopefully he puts in a good performance. Hopefully they all put in a good performance. Openda and David, I'm excited to see them share the pitch along with, of course, Kenan Yildiz. The way the rest of this rounds out, it tells me it's 3-4-2-1. Openda and Yildiz supporting David, but I said watch out because Openda and David can interchange very, very fluidly and it could be seamless. I like this lineup and this bodes well for us, all right? So I really, really like it. You guys, any thoughts on the lineup? Love the lineup from Sikoko. Big fan there. Some, obviously, not digging the Miners call there. Others on social media were liking it. Others want to see Miners take the role away from Locatelli and believe he will. I personally don't see it, but we have some things going on. As Locatelli has been getting subbed almost in all the matches. Now all of a sudden doesn't start. This is our captain, and he's not starting in the first Champions League match. Hey, is what it is. Miners, don't let us down, all right? As far as the rest, Kalulu, I think he's at his best at the right center back role. I'm not a fan of him at the wing back position. McKennie can do a job. He did a great job on the left side against Inter Merda, so I have no issues there. And it keeps João Mario as a weapon you can pull into this game later on. So I absolutely love it. And remember, what we were told wasn't going to happen actually did happen. Chico Conceição and Jagrova both in the squad list for this game, so I'm absolutely loving that, all right? Absolutely loving it. Now, everybody, get those likes, hit those likes, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'm fired up. Let's go. If you got some Storm the Barns, fire away. Who gets the day? So, if we're going to look at Borussia Dortmund and what they should probably go with, who's going to get that initial day? Should it be Garasi? Could it be Sabitzer? Could it be Kotu? I actually think he's expected to get the start. It's going to be Ryerson. Ryerson's going to be playing in a position, essentially right center back for them. He's going to be facing Yildiz more often than not. So I'm going to put the jinx on him and give him the preliminary te so that Yildiz can absolutely cook. Don't forget my prediction. I was going to go 3-1, but of course, Omer, he went with 3-1. So I switched to 4-1. A Yildiz brace. Openda, one to watch in this one, loves to score against Borussia Dortmund. I called him for a goal as well, and Vlahovic off the bench. Those are my 4 goal scorers. Openda has scored in each of the 4 matches he has faced Borussia Dortmund. Will he continue it? Will he get a debut goal for Juventus in this game? Hit me with your predictions right now in the chat, everybody, as we get hyped up for this game, all right? Gonna go to the feed here, try and track this one down. Looks like the coverage is kicking in now. We're kicking. We're cooking, everybody. Let's go. Lucas is going to go with a 3-0 for Juventus. Sikoko's going with a 3-1. Openda, David, and Cope Miners. There you go. Mitch, 3-1. There you go. Love it. A lot of positivity in the scorelines, though. We love to see it. Ciao, Jack Crispy. Ciao, everybody that's coming in here. I was going through obviously the kickoff monologue, but it's great to see you all in here. Giuseppe Cataldo, great to have you in here. Loves the starting 11 other than Cope Miners. So one little difference, but I think we can deal with that because Cope Miners, I think we can all agree, better in that role than where we saw him at the weekend, right? So let's go with that. We've got another 3-1 call from Adam. Openda goal, Yildiz with a goal and an assist. 3-0 here. Giuseppe, 3-1. Openda, Yildiz, and Jagrova. So he's calling a first look at Jagrova at some point in this game and bagging one. Woo! Stick it to my veins, baby. Let's go. 2-0. We got a 3-1. We got a 3-2. Oh, here we go. Here's a bomber. Even more optimistic than mine when it comes to the goals scored. 5-1. Juventus win. Woo! Love it. Pietro 11, 4-2. There you go. There you go. I love it. Hey, as long as it's a victory, kicking things off, kicking things off in the Champions League will be massive for Juventus to kick things off with a victory and get this right. Depending how these first 2 games go, could really tell a big-time story for Juventus and what's to come in the Champions League. Arguably, the top 2 right out of the gate. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I've got a lot of good feelings about this one. I am gonna pull up the matches just so we could see. You got Dortmund, and then of course we're gonna get to Verona, Atalanta. Then you got Villarreal. Is going to be the next Champions League game October 1st. Obviously, Real Madrid there. I thought Real Madrid was going to be the second game, so I correct myself. You've got 2 of your heavy hitters within the first 3 matches, but this is going to be the Spanish sides away from home when we face Villarreal and Real Madrid. But you play the Portuguese sides at home, and that's good news for Juventus with our record, especially against Benfica. But I actually think that Juventus is set up to be a team that can give any team they face problems. We talked about this in the match against Inter Merda at the weekend. Tudor's got to be brave. He's got to be a little bit bold. He can't have any fear when it comes to the guys that he has sitting behind on the bench and be ready to play them. But he was a little reactive there at the weekend. It still worked out for us. That's the great news. But he's got to pick it up a notch. Got to pick it up a notch and just be a little more on time, a little bit more proactive. Will he come into question in this game based on making a decision? Let's see. Let's see, everybody. Storm the barn. Imagine another goal from Kelly. Hey, I would love to see goals from any of our guys. I'd love to see Di Gregorio jump in there and bag a goal. By the way, charity game. Did anybody see Gigi Buffon's absolutely piss missile of a goal? Did anybody catch that? Unbelievable. He had Kaká losing it, jumped on his back after this goal. He just smashed that thing. They're playing on a shortened field because it's a charity game, whatnot. But Gianluigi Buffon with an absolute rocket into the top corner. Just a dart. Fantastic goal. Absolutely fantastic goal. Fun watch there. I'll clip it and we'll put it in the members chat there and everything. But unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who will be the toughest and easiest opponents matches for us in the Champions League? Okay, let's go through this. I think when you're going to get to the toughest will probably be, of course, Real away from home. That'll be the toughest, for sure. Some will probably say that the blockbuster game would be the easiest, but based on the location, that time of year, that's shaping up to be the hardest. The easiest is probably going to be Pafos at home. That's probably going to be the easiest game that we get because Benfica won't be easy. Monaco's going to be tricky too, and we're away from home there. Pafos is going to get my vote as easiest. Real Madrid as the hardest for Juventus. Yeah. What do we got here? We've got DJ Cammy V. Great to see you in here, brother. Again, reminder, everybody, get those likes up. We're pumped up over here. What do you think, if anything, we took away from the preseason match versus Dortmund? Also think David will bag one today. Extra space from the defense will serve him well. I think Jonathan David, after spending a bit of time in Italy, is going to welcome a Champions League game with some space moving around and not so tightly contested and whatnot. I think he's going to show us his stuff in this game. I would not be surprised if the Iceman bags a goal. As far as the takeaways out of preseason, I think that people were surprised at how well a team that's barely been with Tudor held up against them, despite the fact that they were missing a couple guys and whatnot. I think it's nothing but positives. I think people thought that Dortmund was going to punish us. But we held, not only did we held our own, but we showed that we can punish them. And again, we punished Inter for 4 goals. Again, very, very high efficiency rate. You could call it lucky and whatnot, but there were moments and sequences where we could punish them. I think that the takeaway is no respect. No respect for Borussia Dortmund. Not only can you hang with these teams, but you can take the game to them. The battle in the midfield will be super important. And that's another reason why I would have wanted Loca in there winning the ball back. I expect our line to be a little bit higher, definitely higher than when we faced Inter. I think we're going to be adding a lot of pressure to them. We should want to. The fact that we're at home. So I think these are all good positive things. I think you see a different style Juventus this game than we just did against Inter. What's your Champions League goal this season? What do you hope for and what do you deem realistic? I believe that Juve will finish some... Oh, look at the crowd on these Champions League nights, everybody. Come on. Let's go. I believe that I'm looking for Juventus. I expect them to finish somewhere around 12th or 11th in the table. Outside of that, what I want, what I am looking for is that no matter who they draw, and I'm going to be keeping tabs on this through the group stage too, just the league phase, I want them to be a thorn in every team they face's side. And I believe we have the players to do that. And Tudor has more than enough options to make that happen. That's all I'm looking for. So for me, become that team that nobody wants to draw in the knockouts. That's what I want to see. Tuna saying top 8 guaranteed if we stay healthy. And I will say spot number 5 suits us very well. Woo! Woo! All right. Tuna coming in hot. Speaking about Gigi, will his son also play for Juve? Is he good enough? I only saw him change the kit with Dybala, but not play. I haven't seen Gigi's son play. The teams are coming out for Champions League call right now. We're going to get the anthem. Guys, I don't think you understand to the level of how hyped up I am, okay? Check it out. I went full kit, boys. Okay? We got the Juve shorts on already. I got the socks on, boys. Oh, I'm full kit. I'm full kit, baby. I don't think you understand. It's Champions League, baby. I want full kit. Let's go. Let's go. I think David and Openda. David makes the chances and Openda finishes are going to play beautifully. Yildiz is going to make magic. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Well, I'm fired up, Adam. If I got to throw the socks on too, I'm throwing the socks on too. Let's go. Oh, come on. Wing of Winter. You still going to do me dirty like that with the Berto Kostic? Oh. The game hasn't even started. And Wing of Winter's on a yellow. You're on a yellow, pal, with the Berto Kostic. A yellow before the game even starts? That's levels, man. That's levels. Let's go. Let's have some fun. They're in the Terrace Icons track jacket there, you could see. Hey, you know what? I almost did put the shin pads on. I almost put the indoor kicks on as well. Let's go. Let's go. Berzagli. Berzagli. Let's go. That's more like it. Come on. We got Ayub coming in here. 2-0 Juve. Let's go. I'm crazy. I'm crazy for Juve. Crazy for Juve, brother. I love this. Love this. Champions League nights. For here, Champions League afternoons. Champions League lunch, basically. Man, look at those new third kits. Woo! Looking good. What's funny is mine should be arriving probably, it's slated on the email I got, literally after this game ends. Man, I even like Di Gregorio's red keeper kit to match his third. Very nice. Very nice. And yeah, DJ Canvey, 1000%. You can't lose in these kits. You can't lose in these kits. You've got to deliver wearing these beasts. Man, those look sick. So clean. So clean. Love it. The third kits ain't that great. That is a hot take. Woo! It's a hot one. We're looking at Borussia Dortmund going with a 3-4-2-1. Svensson, Nemanja, Sabitzer, Couto across the middle. Bayer Adeyemi actually getting the nod there. And Garasi up top. Bellingham starts off the bench. A couple of the projections we were looking at had Bellingham starting. So here you go. We got the huddle here. Dortmund saluting their fans. We got the huddle from Juventus. Well, now we got a Heineken ad, and then we're going to get to the action. And yes, that's why I chose the Champions League badging for the kit, to get no Visit Detroit on there. But with the Visit Detroit, it actually does break up this home kit nicely because of the offset stripes. I got to say. Got to say. All right. Got to get the ticker ready, everybody. We're waiting for the official to blow the whistle and we can kick off our Champions League campaign. And there it is. We got kickoff. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Take care of business, lads. All right. Dortmund on the ball. Garasi up here on the wing. Out to Bayer. Being watched. Lot of pressure from McKennie there. David now pushing Dortmund back. Couto on it. On the flank. Rearson. Anton. Benzabani now back to Anton again. And it looks like Jonathan David is going to start this game playing in the advanced midfield role next to Kenan Yildiz, and Obenda's going to play high. That's at least how it started here. McKennie wins a long ball, plays it back to Di Gregorio. He's going to go out to his left for Lloyd Kelly. Little touch in for Cambiaso, played into Thuram. Thuram now. Back to Cambiaso, back to Kelly. Juve can regroup. Light little ball in for Di Gregorio from Kelly. Almost a little too light. Very comfortable from these guys. Into McKennie. Oh, McKennie misread where Jonathan David was going. Miscue. Dortmund pounces on it, but can't really go anywhere. They do win a throw-in. Svensson set to take it. Back to Benzabani, to Anton. Openda. Light pressure coming there. Kenan Yildiz just watching as the ball's with Ryerson. Back to Anton. And here we go. Nemecha now out to Kutu. Running. Watched by Cambiaso. Sabitzer. Back for Nemecha. Trying to line something out to Kutu. Cross in from Kutu. And Kelly clears it. No nonsense all the way back. Gobel's going to come out to collect it. Just a soft pass to Ryerson. Anton is dropped back to be an option, but he's pressed by Openda. Like to see Juve push up a bit here. Don't make it easy for them to just escape and get out. There's a long ball played forward, and that's cut out nicely by Bremer. Now we get a little possession. Thuram. Oh, my God. Bad pass from Thuram. That's okay, though. Good work from McKennie to win it back for us. Kalulu now. Cutting across the center of the pitch here. About 30 yards away from our goal. Over to Cambiaso. Now back for Lloyd Kelly. He's in our area. Light pass over to Di Gregorio. Juve. Going to try to work it up from the back. Now to the outside. Bremer stepping forward. He's got the captain's armband today for Juventus. With Locatelli starting the game off on the bench. Here's Cope Miners on it. Over to Kalulu. Now out for Cambiaso. Dortmund just pressing us and pushing us back. Just keeps pushing us back. No real breakthrough yet from Juventus on getting the ball deep at our feet. Kalulu just carries it out of our 18. Cambiaso now makes a little bit of move, and here's a little bit of space as he moves forward. Yildiz to his left. Cambiaso pulls up, drops it back for Thuram. Thuram steps up. Have a hit! Oh! Kefren Thuram with a hit. That's a beautiful hit. Oh, beautiful hit there from Kefren Thuram. And he does force a save. Stepping up. Takes a deflection off a defender and forces Kobel into a stop. The original shot, not going anywhere near where it almost ended up. Corner kick here for Juventus. Cope Miners set to take. Here it is. That's a good delivery. Oh, Lloyd Kelly could not direct that one on goal. I said this about Cope Miners there last game. A couple things you can't take away from him. He was running his bag off. He was doing great defensive work. And his deliveries on the dead ball were fantastic. We just couldn't latch onto them. Right there, we almost come close off the head of Lloyd Kelly. If this guy scores in his Champions League debut for Juve, this guy is on one. Sabani there. Oh, Bremer is coming up very aggressive. And in the end, the pressure from David and Openda forces Nemecha just to lose it. And Juve back on the ball. Kalulu now traps it. Carries it across again. Now over for Kelly. Has Cambiaso over to his left. Plays it to him. Cambiaso playing it up for Yildiz. Back into Thuram. We are just pinned back here. Nowhere really to go. Yildiz trying to make a tricky little pass outside of there into Cambiaso. But Dortmund wins it. Go to inching up that line. Step by step by step. Throw the damn ball in. Let's go. Gracie trying to keep it in. Plays it back to Coutu. Long ball in. Cope Miners decides to head it out. Looking for Yildiz. Sabitzer ends up winning it back for Ryerson. They've got nowhere to go, so they go all the way back to the keeper, Kobel. Oh, and the foul called there. We would have had a turnover in a good spot after Bremer. Very physical, forcing that line up right into the back there of Guarassi. He's going to make life hell for him, and that's what we need. Bremer continuing to rule these guys out. Anton over to Benspani. Benzabaini. Bremer cuts it out to McKennie to Kalulu. Quick exchange between the two of them. McKennie now going over the top looking for Colt Miners. Can't keep it in play. Look at Niko Kovac here, coach of Dortmund. Coming back, talking to some of his staff. Might not be seeing something that he likes. Svensson with a quick throw into Adeyemi. Mecha now lays it in front of Sabitzer. Is going to make a move. Now outside for Coutu. He's going to be watched by Cambiasso. He's running at him. Tricky customer. Thuram comes in. We're in the area. Wins it back from Adeyemi, but Adeyemi does recover. Sabitzer now to Coutu. Back to Ryerson. Again out for Coutu. Is Dortmund going to look for the cross? They're not quick to take the cross, which tells me that they don't want that. They want to work the ball into some good shooting areas. Because they had more than enough opportunities to throw some crosses in there, and they pulled back each time. Benzabaini trying a little 1-2 here, and then trying to make a move. Colt Miners going to get called on the foul there. Yeah, these kits are very, very nice. You can barely see those green stripes on the shoulders. Coutu there with a heavy touch, but still able to collect there. Cambiasso blocks his pass forward. It's going to be a throw in here for Dortmund. We're 8 minutes, 10 seconds into this one. Yeah, the green stripes are there. You just have to wait till they get close to the players. It's hard to tell, but they're there. And they almost don't even look green. They look like black on black. They look so dark that they just blend right in. Oh, Kalulu. But he does end up finding Thuram. Twisting and turning away from Adeyemi. Loses it. And then Thuram can't win it back. Adeyemi on the ball. Him and Sabitzer with a little give and go. And now Thuram comes in. Wins that back with a great challenge. Dishes it off to Yildiz. Colt Miners comes in to collect. Goes back to Di Gregorio. Woo! Out for Kalulu. Kalulu going to carry this one up the flank. It's being chased. Pulls up. Jonathan David inside with him. Little exchange there between the two of them. Now in for Thuram. Another exchange. Now over to Colt Miners. And he's going to switch it over for Lloyd Kelly. Kelly trying to go up the top here, looking for Openda, who's got some wheels, serious wheels, making a run there. But we just can't connect there. Can Cambiasso keep this in play? Nope. Dortmund throw there. Openda coming in there. Just can't cut that one out. Ryerson now switches it out for Benzabaini. Mecha now over for Ryerson. Coutu to Ryerson. Dortmund having a good share of possession, that's for sure. But nowhere really to go. As Juve's shell's done its job so far. Now they find Garassi running up. Bremer had a little bit of space there, but then closed it down. Garassi and again trying to fire that one. That's blocked by Colt Miners. And here's Ryerson. Out to Coutu. And again, they're not quick to cross. They don't. Feels like they do not want to play that crossing game. And that's good. That's good for us if they don't want to take that, because we're not giving them anything else. Here's Thuram up ahead for David. Oh, he did find a way to get away with it. He's still moving forward, but there's nowhere to go. 5 Borussia Dortmund players all coming back and winning that one back. We got to pull it up. You can't just take off 2v5. We got to, if it's slow like that, you got to save that ball. We want possession. Recycle it. 11 minutes, 10 seconds. Kobel now to Benzabaini. Garassi and Benzabaini with a quick exchange. Nemecha on it now. Switching the field for Ryerson. Yildiz is going to move over to watch him. Now out for Couto and Cambiasso, watching each other again on that left flank for Juventus, right flank for Dortmund. Ryerson now inside, and that's cut out by Lloyd Kelly. Plays it forward. Cope Miners. The pass missed him. He couldn't catch up to it. Throwing for Dortmund. Not a whole lot of aggression from Juventus right now to get that ball. And I mean, we are still inside the quarter of an hour mark, so very much still a feeling out process between these teams, despite having played a preseason match against each other. And Couto goes back. Ryerson now launching this one into the area. Bremer trying to set himself up. Does get a touch there. Cope Miners finding David. Lovely touch there. Oh, he does get a foul there, though. Foul there. David just missing Openda, trying to hit him on a run there. I think he was anticipating maybe Openda slowing up and coming back towards him there. But he does earn the foul there. And Juve's on the ball now. Kalulu over to Bremer. Now up ahead for McKennie. Oh, that's a heavy touch. Heavy touch from Big Mac. Svensson and Garassi with an exchange off the throw-in. Bensabani now over to Anton. Now David slots into the top center forward role, while Openda will drop back to cover for him. Yildiz trying to win this one back. He's going to get called on a foul on Ryerson there. Just a little strip like that could set us off. Need a little bit more aggression. A little bit more aggression, lads. Ryerson and Anton with a couple exchanges before now going to Bensabaini. Svensson. Back to Anton. Again, Juve not really given much of anything, but the aggression is toned down, that's for sure. Need to get on that ball. Right now, you got 63% possession in favor of Borussia Dortmund. And so far, one chance created, and that's come to Juventus. They actually, they're calling this a big chance. It wasn't a big chance. That was the shot from Thuram there. That ended up forcing a save from Kobel off the deflection. We've had 2 attempts. Dortmund has had 1, but they've got a fair share of the ball. Oh, great challenge from McKennie, but he gets called on the foul on Bayer there. That's a good challenge. It's aggressive, but it's a good challenge. Oh, he did have studs up. He did have studs up. It looked better from the side view, the live view, but he did have studs up. It's a good call. You get the ball, you block the ball completely, but your studs are up. You got to be in control. Is what it is. Gattuso! Holy smokes, and Montella. Gattuso scouting on how to keep 4 out the net against Israel. My God, man. Kobel with it. I got to see Juve get on the ball here, okay? The feeling out process is over. Time to ramp up the aggression a bit. Let's get the ball and let's go at him a little bit. Come on. Long ball sent over. McKennie defends it well, plays it in. David now settles it over to Kalulu, who goes now over to Kelly. Cambiasso wants it. He collects it. In the middle to Thuram. Thuram, couple touches, and now he's going to break out of the middle. Lovely pass outside from David to Yildiz. Yildiz beats. Oh, little pass inside for Thuram. Trying to go back outside to them. That would have been a lovely give and go. In the end, Ryerson can only have it out. Juventus throw deep on the left flank. Cambiasso coming in to take it. Kelly, as we go backwards with the throw. Bremer now to Colt Miners. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Into Yildiz. Oh, trying to weave his way out of there. Almost had it stripped, but it does still land for Colt Miners. And we recycle all the way back to Di Gregorio. He's outside of his area. Well outside of his area. Now a long ball heading out there towards Big Mac. Trying to settle it down. He can't. Jonathan David tries to come in to help. Bensabani gets a step on him. But good recovery from David. And in the end, blocked cross from Kalulu. This is going to give Dortmund a throw-in. Yeah, we got to get on that ball a little bit more. Come on, you guys. Where's the aggression we met them with in a preseason friendly? We played with a lot more angst than this. Lloyd Kelly clears it out, not wasting any time. Bensabani collects here for Dortmund. Nemecha back to Anton. Has Ryerson out to his right. It's going to play it to him. Yildiz will slowly close in. Kotu's going to collect. Cambiasso close that down. Lloyd Kelly now heads this one out. It's going to be a throw-in for Dortmund. Lloyd Kelly's been pretty much no nonsense over these past few games, and it's just worked out way better for him. Not taking any chances, keeping it simple, and just playing within the limits, right? And that's all we need, really, from everybody, not just him. Bensabaini into Nemecha. Nemecha trying to thread the needle there. Can't do it. Oh, and we miss Openda. And he's got great pace, and we still just can't put this in a place where he could do something with it. Big corner ball there. Looking for Kotu. His touch goes beyond Cambiasso, who settles it. Lloyd Kelly on the carpet here for Yildiz. Stripped by Sabitzer. But in the end, Kotu has it out. Good pressure from Yildiz after losing it there, just to try and force an error from Dortmund. Cambiasso now set to take the throw. Colt Miners into Bremer. Oh, heavy touch there from Bremer. All he can do is have it out now. Dortmund is just filling all the space high up the pitch so that it is miserable right now for us to try and build out of that. You're going to have to mix and match if you're Juve. You're going to have to go over the top sometimes. You're going to have to find Openda. It's time for Openda to maybe break away from the center area and maybe come back a bit on towards one of the flanks to help, and then the opposite side attacker, be it Yildiz or David, should then look to fill the space in behind. Maybe we can create some lanes and try and catch them sleeping, because they have bodies forward. They have left these three back plenty, and Dortmund is looking to just get bodies up there, controlling possession. We're trying to play a smash and grab game so far, and I think we need to go at him a little bit more than that. Here's Thuram. A little back heel, not necessary there. Understand the situation. You've been defending for quite some time. Adeyemi's running back at us. No foul there. It goes to the top of the area, but Thuram picks it up after Yildiz cleans it up. Now a long ball out for Openda. Now we can run at them. Here he is, working against Anton, trying to go over the top here for Yildiz, and that's headed away from Bensabaini. Take your man on down that side. You got pace to burn, man. Trying to thread the needle there on old Yildiz. Would have been nice if he landed it for him for a shot to take, but in the end, we still work a corner kick. Come on. Yildiz standing over it. Colt Miners comes short. Jonathan David standing right next to Kobel, the keeper. Openda's in there. Thuram, Bremer, Kelly. Somebody get ahead onto this. Yildiz set to take. Here's the delivery. It's low. Openda tries a back heel towards goal. He's calling for it off the defender, but it's going to be a goal kick for Dortmund. Openda not happy about it. And now a lot of space for Ryerson up that right flank, as that was the flank Yildiz usually plays, but he took that corner, so he still hasn't got back to position. But we do slow up Dortmund, and now they got to go back to Anton, and Yildiz is back in position. Here's Ryerson on it now again. Out to Adeyemi, working against Lloyd Kelly. Plays it inside. That's a terrible ball from Coutu. Yildiz recovers to Co-Miners. Now trying to thread the needle again, and that's cut out by Sabitzer, and an easy recover for Dortmund. And now back at Sabitzer's feet. Yeah, it's pretty tame right now from Juve. Very, very tame. Dortmund able to knock that ball about. Oh, good close down here. Thuram comes away with it. Co-Miners. Took too long. 3 players in there, but it does still fall for us. Oh, Benda and David. David thought he had way more time there. It's got to be quicker, man. Got to be quicker. Pretty slow and clunky right now. I got to say. Pretty slow and clunky right now. The nice thing is that it's only 23 minutes in, so there's nowhere to go but up. But I do think we should dial in some aggression here. Let's close them down higher up the pitch. Come on, here's Benzabani trying to go up, and that's too much space for Bayer. He could turn, but Bremer gets a leg onto it. Come on, you guys. Let's get some pressure going. Get this ball back. Go at them. Anton on it here. Lot of possession surrendered by Juventus to start this game off. Thuram now stepping forward. Over to Anton. Openda. He's going to push all the way back to Kobel. David now closing down on Bensebaini. And he gets that one all wrong. Weird what happens when you press. Teams make mistakes. Come on. Let's get after this. What's the problem here, Wes? Let's go. Wes might be looking to take this one long, get it into the area. And there it is. But won by Nemecha. He's a big customer. Whoa! Woo! Gleison Bremer. Saw the headlines. Struck on the volley from like 40 yards out. Madonna mia. If he scores that, I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. If he scores that, that's insanity. So far, the closest is that shot that was deflected from Kefren Thuram. Almost going into the corner, forcing Kobel to make a big stop. That's the closest Juve's come. That's the closest any side has come so far. So albeit Dortmund having the ball a lot, but not able to really do anything. Ooh, Kelly, dangerous there, but does get the ball to Cambiasso. Now Kalulu. Outside for West. Back to Kalulu. Going to Di Gregorio. Played in the middle for Cambiasso. He's going to carry forward. We got to get this guy going. Now up to Yildiz. Up for Openda. Lays it off for Yildiz. 4 Dortmund players in here. Yildiz still working it around. Finding Cambiasso to Thuram to Co-Miners. Into Yildiz. Shoved in the back. And he does draw the foul. But nowhere really to go. We need a little bit more movement. It's a little stagnant with options. Once these guys get the ball, Cambiasso, Yildiz, there's nobody really making some movements to get after it. Bremer gets this long ball, missing McKennie, goes all the way easily into the hands of Kobel. Now he's going to throw it out for Ryerson. 26 minutes, 18 seconds, 0-0. No foul. Keep playing. Oh, and then he calls it late. Reaction. Calling the reaction. Vakakateva. That's a foul. I'm still going to tell the ref to vakakate. Yeah, Juve's been very safe, I gotta say. Very, very safe. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you've got to find a way to sting your opponent. One big thing Tudor talks about is the balance. We definitely don't have the balance. Kelly deals with that one nicely. Trying to go up the pitch to find David. Can't win that one against Benzabaini. Played to Ryerson. He's going to go across. Hits the center of the pitch. Lays it off for Anton. Benzabaini now at the back right position. It's also makeshift. Ryerson isn't a left center back or a right center back, and we got to start trying to test them and take advantage of this. We got to get on the ball. Got to get on the ball, Juve. Dortmund getting back into their main setup. Benzabaini taking the left center back role. Anton in the heart. Ryerson, who's now on the ball, being watched by Yildiz. Played up for Coutu, being pushed back by Cambiasso. And there it is. Won by Yildiz. Played inside. Cambiasso makes a run behind. Played inside for Yildiz. He just can't get that position. But Thuram closes it down. And he loses it in a critical moment. Thuram gets a foul there at the top of the area too for grabbing onto Coutu. Yeah, no, we got to get it going here. It's a little flat. Way too flat for my liking. Let's go, you guys. Get the legs going here. Push after it. Way too safe. Way too safe, boys. Way too safe. We got to get guys moving. Got to get guys moving. Everybody pushing up and stepping forward for Dortmund. Kobel's going to launch this one. Bremer sizing it up. Garassi coming in, flicked on. Kalulu comes in, cleans it up, and then Thuram saves it back for Cambiasso. The pressure is there, though. He's got to deal with Adeyemi and Coutu. Give and go with Yildiz. Back for him again. Now out to Kelly. Yildiz just telling everyone to calm down. Kelly, switch field for Kalulu. And now he stops it for Di Gregorio. Ball's at the back here. And Di Gregorio in the middle for Thuram. Thuram now on the carpet. Slow roller for Kalulu. He's got some space ahead of him. He's going to carry it forward. Inside to Co-Miners. Co-Miners playing out on a flank. Like, that's not going to help us breaking out from our end either. Like, I just don't understand some of the positions being taken up. Like, there's no need. You got two pivots. You have to have a central presence. Can't all just want to escape it and take off to the sides, because that's going to make it easy for them too. You got to keep that presence in the middle, even if you're just acting as a decoy. Here we go. Bremer into Thuram. Played forward for David. There we go. There we go. McKennie now running. Die! Inside for David. Settles it. Here's Kalulu. Cross coming in. Yildiz with the volley. It's blocked. Tries to settle this. Adeyemi trying to take it from him. They do battle. Adeyemi wins it. Has it out. But it is going to be thrown for Juve. Thuram with a heavy touch, but it's okay. Up for Cambiasso. Stop waiting for Adeyemi to get in the play. Just go, you guys. What are you waiting for? Me to come and play the ball for you? Let's go. Up the intensity. Up the urgency. Come on. Co-Miners now. Back to Lloyd Kelly. Up ahead for Yildiz. Working on Coutu. Oh, he spun him around. Inside David. Left-footed shot. But it sails high of the goal. If he knew that that guy had a bit of a bad step there, he was lunging in there on the shot. He could have feinted it, maybe carried. Ah. Let's go. Come on. "32 minutes. 0-0. Kobel launches this one, route one. Kelly wins the aerial against Adeyemi. Thuram comes in, get a touch in it. Cambiasso back to Thuram and back to Kelly. And now we can regroup. Thuram comes back, collects this. Adeyemi watching him. He plays it over for Bremer. Kalulu stretching this one out to the halfway line, right against that right flank. And he's watched by Bayer. Bremer over to Cole Miners. Now up to Kelly, who hits the halfway line. Looking forward on the carpet here for Openda. Good settle. Trying to do battle with Anton there. He does earn the corner. That's better. That's better. Find your lead man. Make those corner runs. Get the space. Half the battle is getting the ball deep in their territory. You go from there. Come on. Kenan Yildiz set to take this. He wants the crowd to get loud, get noisy. Make it hard for Dortmund to deal with. Come on, deliver this one in here. Here comes a delivery. Oh, and he pulls back. Second time's a charm. Here you go. It's delivered. That's a good one. Oh, my goodness. David absolutely robbed. Absolutely robbed in front of the goal. I think they might have called it back offside. Unless they're going to call handball there. I'll take it. Oh my goodness. 34 minutes, 10 seconds, 0-0. Good corner delivery again. Lloyd Kelly there, but can't get it directed at goal. McKennie doing good battle there. Earns a throw-in off Svensson. Played into Openda. He sends that one over, but nobody there. Yildiz trying to come over to the backside, and Kotu does a good job shielding that one out for a Dortmund throw. Oh my goodness. Thuram trying to win this. He does to David. He settles it for McKennie. McKennie now on it. Cuts inside. Played up for Cambiasso. Over to Yildiz. Yildiz being watched by two. Into Cambiasso. Oh my God. That's a nice slow roller to a trailing run that wasn't there. Dortmund clears to Di Gregorio. He gives it to Kelly, who's at the halfway line. Now to Thuram. We need Cambiasso making moves forward. We need him linking everything up. This right flank is still stagnant. But here's Kalulu now, right as I say that. Saying, calm your tits, Berto. Oi! Kalulu with a cross back post. Missing Openda and missing everybody. That's a handball. Oh! His arm's up in the air. I just watched a replay now. Are you serious? Cole Miners to Cambiasso to Yildiz into Thuram. Trying to send it forward him, but it's cut out. Ryerson now inside. Nemecha trying to find Garassi. Does to Adeyemi. Garassi's on the run. Finding a little space behind Bremer. We try to recover. Here's Adeyemi. Left-footed shot. And it's blocked and out. Actually, he just shanked it completely. It's a goal kick. I thought we blocked it. I can't believe it. What's going on that wasn't even looked at? That's a handball. I can't believe it. They just showed the replay. That's the first look I had of it. Close. That's a handball. Madonna mia. Ball played forward for David. Sabitzer coming up trying to slow him down. He plays it over to Yildiz. Yildiz working against Ryerson. In comes Kutu for the double team. Yildiz still working against Ryerson. Beats the first guy. Now lays it off for Cambiasso, but it's too soft. And Kutu cleans it up. And now he's making a break for it. Up the middle of the pitch. Plays it across for Bayer. He's got Garassi up ahead for him. Plays it to Garassi. Kalulu watching him. Now to Nemecha. And inside for Sabitzer, 1-2. But that's cleaned up. Kelly finds Yildiz. He's got nowhere to go. No support anywhere either. Back to Cambiasso he goes. Now to Cope Miners. Di Gregorio now. Playing it up for Kalulu. The right flank just isn't working. It's just not clicking. Between Kalulu and McKennie, it's... Yeah, it's a pretty dead flank. And Cambiasso hasn't found rhythm. He's been kind of stagnant. He needs to move around a little bit more. Bremer to Thuram. Back to Bremer. To Cope Miners. We're at 38 minutes, 43 seconds. This thing has flown by with like next to nothing for action. Cope Miners. Into the middle, Openda lays it up. Or David, excuse me, for Openda. Oh, he has a hit after on the follow through, but it's handled by Kobel. Didn't seem to get as much as he wanted on that. But his first ball in was just cleared by Ryerson. David and Openda. Little connection there, moving up the pitch. Just couldn't connect to close it out. Anton moving forward now. Up for Adeyemi, being watched by Lloyd Kelly. Cuts inside centrally. Up to Nemecha. David comes in, forces him to slow right down. Now played for Bensebaini. We're at 39 minutes, 33 seconds. 0-0. Dortmund on the ball, as they've been for much of this first half. To the tune, 56%. Juve moving up now to 44%. If you're going to look at opportunities, 2 total attempts for Dortmund, 8 total attempts for Juventus. Sure doesn't feel that way watching this thing. Sabitzer. Over to Bensebaini. To Nemecha. Ryerson. To Kutu. And now he's finally looking to cross. Gotta figure it's only a matter of time. Cambiasso has this one out. It's going to be corner kick to defend for Juve. Not a whole bunch in this right now at all. Tudor shouting orders. We got a corner kick here that Svensson set to take. As he's a left footer. It's coming from Di Gregorio's left. This is going to be an in-swinger. Delivered. Headed out by Thuram. But right back to Svensson. Lays it up for Couture. He's going to probably have it right back into the mixer. He does it. Di Gregorio wastes no time. Comes out. Punches that one clear. But it is going to be a throw-in for Dortmund. Adeyemi takes the throw. Back for Bensebaini. Took a little bit of a shot from Di Gregorio on his way down from punching that last corner. Or that last cross, excuse me. Ryerson to Nemecha. His pass deflected. Falls for Cambiasso. Now inside to Yildiz. To Thuram. To Kelly. Now to Thuram. Right against that left flank. Carries it forward. Finds Cole Miner's little back heel. Oh, that is a late foul. That's going to be a yellow card on Anton there for Dortmund. Cole Miners with a lovely little back heel into the middle. And that opened up things nicely. We just couldn't follow it up. But yeah, hard foul late on Cole Miners there. Right call from the ref there. Cambiasso gets nudged by Adeyemi. Loses the ball. Adeyemi looking to go route one here for Bayer. And it hits him before he knew where this thing was. And falls for Bremer. Kelly now on it. Into Cole Miners. Into Thuram. Ahead for Cambiasso. Twisting and turning. Trying to work his way away from the pressure here of Ryerson. He does. Ryerson retreats. Now up for Thuram. Thuram now. Up for David, who chests it down. Played over to Kalulu. And Kalulu steps on it. Stops, turns back, gives it to Bremer. Cambiasso now. Splits the difference between Bremer and Lloyd Kelly. On the ball now. Carries it forward. And passes it right into Adeyemi, who's directly right in front of him. Are you serious, Cambiasso? Are you serious right now? Pick it up, lads. Pick it up. Long ball by Kobel. Kalulu heads it down. McKennie plays it forward. Thuram comes back. Does retain possession. Goes back to Di Gregorio. He's about 30 yards away from his goal. Over to Lloyd Kelly now. To Cambiasso. Into Cole Miners. Little touch back to Kelly, who's in our area. Over for Di Gregorio. Now up for Kalulu. Oh my God, Kalulu. What the What are you doing, man? Holy smokes, man. Just pass the ball. Pass the ball. Now we got a corner to contend from nothing. From nothing. Madonna mia, Kalulu Stukat. Oh my goodness. Here's a cross coming in. That's a good one. Headed down, going to the top of the area. Settled by Svensson. Adeyemi trying to have it right back in. It's headed out. And that was Kalulu there. Good pressure there from Openda. Gives Adeyemi the body. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I appreciate that from Openda's game. Fast, physical, hard runner. Oh, half dead there. I lost track of time. We're at half? Oh, wow. We might have to play 7 hours to get a goal out of this game the way this thing's going. My goodness. My goodness. Very, very soft. Very, very flat first half from Juve. Very calm in terms of just waiting it out for these guys to make a mistake and then us get on the ball. But I'd love to see these guys going at them a little bit more. It looks not as fluid as it should be with the attackers. There's little moments here and there, but it's a pretty broken up game. Juve's very slow. If we're going to play the counter game, it's got to be quicker. It's got to be quicker, and you have to have a little bit more support than we've shown. It's pretty much been David, Openda, Yildiz, see what you can do on your own accords. That just ain't good enough. And to be honest, I don't think Juve needs to surrender the ball that much against this Dortmund side. I think we can ramp up the pressure and do a little bit more. Looking at this thing going into the second half, I'd like to see a dynamic player come in. I'd like to see maybe, just maybe, a João Mario come in. I said this about Colt Miners in this game. I would have started Locatelli, and I think a lot of what I was saying came to fruition there in that first half. He didn't have a bad half, but he didn't do enough. Like, he's running, tracking, he's covering a lot of ground. Dead ball, the one he had was very, very good. We almost connected on. It's just not enough. Like, he's taking up awkward positions that are not helping us progress the ball whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not working. So I would look to maybe make 2 changes around 55th minute, maybe even the 50th, depending how it goes. I don't think anybody needs to change immediately. I think the first thing you change is your attitude. Way too passive, way too slow. And the guys up top have to do a better job connecting with one another. It's pretty slow up there. Pretty slow go up there. Let's see. Let's see what else we got going on here. Coop isn't effective at all. Berto, we got cash money in here. Here's my view. I think we should put David up front and Openda behind. Openda is quick and moves more frequently. Yeah, I mean, the two of them are able to interchange, and they have at times, but I'm totally fine with that. Having the quicker guy a little bit deeper might make more sense if we're going to play in this type of approach where it's pretty slow, pretty stagnant, right? So it would probably make more sense to make that change. Storm the Barn, what do we got? Not loving the okay, hold on. Tuna first. These guys are playing passive, perhaps a bit too tired. Concerns with Tudor overworking them in training while balancing the Euro competitions. Well, we talked about that on the pregame show, right? Was that the best way to go into your first Champions League game? Having a nail-biter, intense, emotional match against Inter Merda? I actually think it was, and I don't think we should be looking at that to create some issues. You have some guys that have stepped in here that didn't even play full matches in that one. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's not enough this early in the season that I think it really should be a problem. As far as overworking them, I actually think that our fitness levels have looked great to start the season. So I'm not so sure if it's a little bit of a hangover from the weekend. Maybe, but I'm not so sure. Reminder, everybody, get those likes up. DJ Cammy V, not loving the chemistry of our top 3. David looks out of position, playing behind Openda. Feel like he should be up top and sub Openda and put Chico in to get the right side going. Yeah, you know what? It's not looking the best right now. It's still early days. I'm not getting too crazy, but I wouldn't mind to start that second half with Openda being the guy playing behind David next to Yildiz. Let's start there. But I also think we can't ignore the fact that that flank play is leaving a lot to be desired, even with Wes out there. And it's just, it's strange. Like, Wes is moving up, Coop is moving up. Why the hell are you both moving to the same spot? Then Kalulu gets the ball. He's got no bloody option because you're both in the same exact spot. So it's just not really clicking at all on that right side. And the only thing saving the left side is the fact that Cambiasso and Yildiz can beat guys. So it might come down to, if we're going to play this style, you need a guy that can beat somebody on both sides. And right now, it ain't happening between Kalulu and McKennie. So if they're not going to link up with 1-2s, they only did so once. It's going to be tough sledding on that right side. So I'd keep Openda, move him back, move David up to the top, and I would ramp up the pressure and just wait a second before asking for João Mario to step in. And I don't know how much Chico or Zagrova can even give us, if anything, right? We got to wait and see. Joao Mario and Chico need to be subbed into the right side. DV9 in for David or Loka Adzic in for Cope Miners. I'm not panicking just yet. I want to see a little bit more there. I would move David up, and let's get Openda back first and foremost. Start there. But Joao Mario, it's a short leash with McKennie there. Joao Mario is probably the move I make. Very, very first move I make, to be honest. Sorry, Berto, I'm not convinced a bit of David. Are you? I'm not convinced by this performance so far. It's been rough, but it's been rough for the entire front line because they're left with scraps. Dortmund's doing what they're trying to do. They're getting the fair share of the ball, getting possession. When we win it and we find these guys up top, they are running hard. Dortmund's surrounding Openda, surrounding Yildiz, surrounding David. It's been clunky, but that's not really his style game either. So it's a tough one here. I think if you see a subtle change where he can lock into that spot up high, I think you'll see much better out of David. But I'm not ready to write him off because of this. No, I'm not writing him off. Cope Miners and Kalulu out for Pietro. I'm okay with Kalulu still staying in there. That last play was shocking, but I wouldn't take him out just yet. I'm not taking Kalulu out. Cope Miners, yeah, you're on thin ice, buddy. Locatelli should have been the play from the start, in my personal opinion. That's just me. What's up, Vincenzo G? Great to see you in here. Ciao, everybody. Let's get ready for this one. Hope he gets going, David. Oh, yeah, well, we hope we all get going. Hope the entire team gets going. Give you the stat line here at the break. 57% for Dortmund. But again, 2 total attempts out of it. So, yeah, they've had the ball, but we're giving them absolutely nothing. But the problem is, you can make one mistake and it can end up in the back of your net. So while I appreciate they've got almost 60% possession, they've only got 2 attempts, I appreciate that. We're not doing enough on the opposite side. And we're not looking to punish. And you got to punish these guys. You got to score some goals. So we got to find the first one. The first one's going to be massive in this game. Critical. The first one might be the only one in this game based on how it's going. So we got to figure something out. They got to find a way to hurt Borussia Dortmund. Now, watching some old school highlights here. Uruguay. These guys make me go full kit today for nothing. Socks and everything. Socks, shorts, kit for nothing. What are we doing? And by the way, that's a PK. That corner kick. These dirtbags. How does VAR... Nobody looks at that thing and say, hey, you should probably take a look at this guy because this guy's got his arm to the sky, hits his damn hand. Are we not... what the hell? I'm surprised players on the pitch weren't lobbying. Didn't look at that. Come on. Oh, yeah, I'm full kit today. Sorry. Jersey, socks, shorts, full kit. Get Berto in there. I tell you what, man. At least there be some damn fire. Some urgency. I saw Openda line up against his man out on the left side. And again, he tries to force one in there. He didn't miss Yildiz by much. But with his pace, is it take the guy on? Take the guy on. Go at him. Try and get that ball a little bit deeper. And then you can get more trailing support to come in rather than try to force one into a guy that's got 2 defenders around him and you've got the smallest window ever to lay that ball in. Come on. My goodness. It was a penalty. Rick, come on. That was a penalty. Me instead of poop. Buddy, I tell you. I'd teach him a thing or two. Guys, should we check some score lines around Champions League? See what's kind of happening here? What do we got? What do we got in Champions League right now? You got Arsenal winning against Athletic Club. Bilbao, they already beat them 2-0. You have PSV dropping 3-1. Wow. Wow. All right. To the Belgium side, Royal Union Saint-Gilloise. Probably butchered that name, but wow. Benfica up 2-1 against Karabakh. Real Madrid 1-1 with Marseille. I saw somebody in the chat say old Timothy Weah. Yeah, Timothy Weah bagging the goal in there against Real Madrid. Mbappe for Madrid. And then Tottenham up 1-0 against Villarreal. And right now, it's 0-0 between Juve and Dortmund. We've got to start this thing off with a victory. I need a big-time push in the second half. So Tudor is a guy we're watching, obviously, with a lot of attention this season after what went down last season. He came in late as caretaker, got the gig, got himself a little bit of an extension as well. One of the big things around Tudor was the adjustments, adapting in games. How far can he take Juve? What can he do? This is a game that's been pretty flat, pretty weak. And what's he going to do? Is he going to use personnel as a change? Is he going to make some adjustments with some of the guys that he does have out there? Right now, there's something missing in the middle of the park between Thuram and Koopmeiners. Thuram's doing a lot, and Koopmeiners doing a lot of drifting, a lot of aimless drifting. So Tudor's got to dial something up. Cambiasso, you got to find a way to get this guy involved. It all starts with him. I'm telling you, it all starts from him. And RB, I'm sorry, man. That is easily a PK, RB. When a guy goes up with his arm over his head and it hits his damn arm. Okay, right below the hand, right there. That is a handball. That's about as easy of a handball you can call. It's hilarious. It's hilarious that wasn't called. The only way that doesn't get called is if it hits our head or it hits somebody else before hitting his arm. Then you can give him the benefit of the doubt. But straight corner into hand that's above the head, that's literally exactly in the book. Not having that, it's not a PK. It's a PK. Doesn't change everything. Doesn't change anything about how we need to play and what we need to do on our own accord. But that's 1,000% a penalty. Now, everybody, get the likes up. Let's go. Does anybody want to change your predictions? I'm clearly going to change mine. 4-1, my God. It's lucky to get 4 attempts out of that first half. 4 goals. We're getting ready for second half. They're ready to come right back out here. I'm going to change it to maybe I'm going to say it's 2-0. I'm going to say we'll strike. They'll open up and we'll find a second. Let's go with 2-0. I'm going to change it to 2-0. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, MZ Skiller. Great to see you. Great to see you. Okay, I'm going to need the ticker to catch up. Then I got to get this set up. All right. Second half of action. Juventus, Dortmund. And there's the kickoff for the second half. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. All the way back to Di Gregorio. He long balls this one up. Looking McKennie's way. Flick on. David touch back. And we're back in action here. And there you go. We're locked in. David working up that right flank. All of a sudden, a little bit of attitude just to start things. A little bit of pressure here. Here is Colt Miners sending it to Openda, trying the bike. They got the arms up for offside. It was called offside. But Colt Miners looking for him at the back post. And Openda just started his run a little bit early. And in the end, the cross was behind him. So he had to pull up. And there you go with the bike attempt. Now, that'd be something. Kick off the second half with a bike? Come on. Come on. Colt Miners, little touch out to McKennie, but it's too far. Oh, little challenge there from McKennie. Sliding in hard, gets a piece of it just to cut off Svensson, who's now set to take the throw. Tudor calling for pressure as David chases Benzabaini back. Openda watching Anton. They go all the way across for Ryerson. Now played up for Sabitzer. Thuram watching him. Ryerson makes his run around Yildiz. Into Adeyemi. Lloyd Kelly comes in. Wins it. Does well. Oh my goodness. And that ball was just junk. Had Openda, but tried to go on the carpet rather than just a little pop ball over the top. I'm not sure at these decisions. Bremer comes in. Stiff arm on Svensson. Stomps on the toe too for good measure. 47 minutes, 17 seconds, 0-0. I thought this game would just be a lot more open. I thought it'd be a lot better flow, but it's pretty slow. Launched by Benzabaini. Headed by Kalulu. Lloyd Kelly goes back to Di Gregorio. Takes an awkward touch, but he's able to deal with this one. David settles. Yildiz up ahead for Openda. Can turn at Anton, but he's slow there. Ryerson catches him as he pulls up. Yeah, see, Dortmund is just on their horse to get back and track back, and it's creating problems because we're trying to go back at them, but we're going back so slow that by the time we find little lanes and avenues, they're closed off pretty quickly. Credit to Dortmund. Colt Miners on this dead ball, gives it to Yildiz. To Cambiasso. Cross in, pretty weak. McKennie settles the clearance, now out to the right for Openda. Cuts into his left. Oh my God, what even is that? A shin-high sliced cross in to nobody from Openda. He could be on thin ice for the rest of this half. Very, very shocking stuff here. Come on, guys. Dial it in here. Play the percentages. Get it so your guy has a chance. Kalulu. Throw-in comes back to him from McKennie. Cuts across. Now over to Lloyd Kelly. Over for Cambiasso. Inside to Thuram. Opens up. Inside to Colt Miners. Nowhere to go because Cambiasso also took off next to Thuram. So Colt Miners didn't have an outlet to the outside. Guys, wake up. Openda doing well here. Working against Anton. That's good work from him. Inside to McKennie. McKennie now sends this one forward. Jonathan David running onto it. He slows up. Finds Openda. Now we got a cross coming in. That's Kobel easily in his hands. McKennie was up there. Sabitzer. Out to Coutu. Ryerson now launching this one into the area. Di Gregorio waiting. What was Di Gregorio waiting for there? Man, you get lucky there. That one goes off the post after a little touch by Di Gregorio sleeping there, man. You got to come out and grab that. Holy smokes, man. Di Gregorio, come and collect that ball. Protect your area, please. What are we doing there? Love the guy, but wake up, man. Holy smokes. This entire team needs to wake up. Let's go. Enough now. You're at the 50th minute. Make some changes. McKennie into Kalulu. Holy hell, Kalulu. And there's David settling it for Yildiz. Runs right into Ryerson. Right into him. Nowhere to go. Back to Kobold. Now outside for Svensson. Oh, big time pressure from David. But then does clip Svensson there. Yeah, I don't know, man. 5 more minutes and I say let's see some Joao Mario in here to open things up a bit. Guys, you got to get back here. Nemecha running right at us here. Pulls up. Gracie. Tadeyemi cuts inside. There's a hit and it's in the net. There's a hit and it's in the net. Just like that. We're sleeping. Sleeping. Nemecha running right through the middle. Where's the midfield? Where's the midfield? Running through there and everybody's sleeping at the back afterwards. Tic-tac-toe with 2 guys, man. That's not good enough. You got beat by solely Adeyemi. That's not good enough, guys. Not good enough at all. Not good enough at all. My goodness. That's just not good enough. Not good enough at all. Infuriating stuff. Karim Adeyemi makes it 1-0 for Dortmund. And we were asleep at the wheel. Tudor, seriously, if you don't get a dynamic player in here in 2 minutes, you're gonna be hooped. And Co-Miners, it's time to move aside because the urgency isn't there. He's positionally, it's not happening. So just get Loca in. Get Loca in. Get Joao Mario. Start there. Don't wait too much later. If you, whatever you've got out of Chico, whatever you got out of him, bring him on. Cambiaso in tight here. Out to Yildiz. Out to Taram. Taram now sends this one back post, but it's long. Oh, David almost settled that one. Would have been lovely if he could settle that one, keep it in, and then direct it back into the center of goal to try and get somebody to latch onto it. Yeah, this is terrible, terrible goal to allow. Terrible, terrible goal to allow in a game like this. In any game, really. Carved right up. Midfielders sleeping. Sleeping at that point. Bremer's on the ball here. Out for Yildiz. To Cambiaso. To Taram. Little touch. Back to Yildiz. Now to Taram. Running up that left flank. Trying to make something happen. This is Cambiaso. Oh, and he gets an arm up. It's going to get called back. Fucking brutal. It's because Goto's like 4 feet tall. So even if you just brace yourself normally, you're going to clip the guy. He's tiny. Oh, man. And here's Adeyemi again for Bayer into Jerez. Here's Adeyemi again, sending it through. Oh my God, that's a ridiculous save from Di Gregorio. He just kept us at 1-0. What a mess. A mess at the back all of a sudden for Juventus. And Dortmund looks like they can walk into our goal all of a sudden. Here we go again. No midfield present. Bayer and a shot, and it's blocked. Now you have a corner. McKennie falls on this thing. It like pops out in front to Gerasi, and then he tries to get this one over Di Gregorio. Big save there. Guys, come on. Tudor, let's get on with the changes, man. 56 minutes, 29 seconds. Time to get some fresh bodies out here. I've seen enough. It's a mess. Get Locatelli and stabilize your midfield. And I don't want to hear it ever again from anybody that he's not the glue in the midfield. I don't want to hear it from anybody ever again. Coal Miners 1-2. Fuck! Opportunity for Coal Miners to put us back level, and he slices that thing. Lovely play, and he gets that thing all wrong. Sends it to the corner flag. Oh my goodness. Tries the lace. Oh my goodness, man. A lovely slot. A lovely slot home would have done. I don't know if you needed to slice that thing laces. I don't know if laces is the play there. Holy hell. Yeah, Locatelli in. João Mario in. Start there. Oh, inside for David. David cuts inside. Oh, shot blocked. In comes Mac. Play to the back post. Openda. Cambiasso! Shots blocked twice by Ryerson. Hey, I fucking hate that you have to wake up when you're 1-0 down and almost fell 2-0 down before you guys wake up. Now we got 5 bodies in the area. Now we push forward. Now we have aggression. We have urgency. I'm so sick and tired of playing year in, year out off the back foot. Get on the throttle first. Coal Miners delivers this one. It's a good one. Bremer over him. Adeyemi now top of the area, playing it out for Bayer. McKennie battling there, and he's going to get the foul. João Mario now in for McKennie. Dusan Vlahovic looks like he's stepping onto the pitch too. Jonathan David, the one leaving. So Benda remains and Vlahovic enters. We know that Tudor loves Openda. Said it on a daily update video a couple days ago that, actually yesterday's daily update video, that Tudor highly rates Openda, and it seems like a Tudor player. A ton of running, physical. Bremer, back to Di Gregorio. Over to Kelly. And he's forced to just launch this one. It goes out. It's going to be a Dortmund throw-in. Hitting the 60-minute mark. 1-0 down for Juventus. Dortmund in the lead. Vlahovic applying pressure to Anton here. Gets a piece of him there. A little flick on. Cambiasso and Thuram trying to work their way up into Yildiz. Dortmund surrounding that flank like 5 players. Oh, here comes Thuram. He can make a move. Oh my God, man. You can't lose it there. Can't lose it there. And now back at us. Sabitzer carrying it forward to the outside for Couto. Cambiasso watching him. He cuts inside. Nowhere to go. Has to slow up. Nemecha on it now. Back outside for Sabitzer. Left-footed cross, and that's closed down by Kelly and blocked. Ryerson now to Couto. Play to the back. Ryerson. To Anton. Vlahovic applying a little bit of pressure now. To the outside for Couture again. Ryerson to Anton, has Bensabaini there, plays it to him. Openda applying a little bit of pressure, played forward. Bayer, little flick on, he tried. Joao Mario picks it up. Gets that pass all wrong. Garesi now gets his pass wrong. Ball bobbling around the center of the pitch, and Dortmund comes away with it, running at us. Played on to Adeyemi. Slots it inside, and a good foot in by Kelly to stop Nemecha from having a hit on goal. Holy smokes, it's sloppy. It's sloppy. We're just not winning the ball. We're just always late. We got to start being the team that's first to these balls. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Grassi's on it. There it is. One back by Yildiz. Now out to Openda. Vlahovic is on his horse. Openda trying to send him to the outside. Chested down. Held on nicely by Vlahovic. Here we go. Inside for Yildiz. Left. Where are you going with it? There's nobody there, man. What's the play for the cross? To who? Do we know what each other's doing? Here's Cope Miners on it. Him and Joao Mario out here. Plays out to Joao Mario. Inside to Kalulu. Kalulu now. Cross headed out by Bensabaini. Adeyemi. Trying to get away with this. He's got wheels. Running down Bremer. Oh, and in the back. Get out of here. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? You little mutt. Somebody better go through Adeyemi, or we have no balls. That little rat. Co-miners to Joao Mario. Inside to Openda. Back to Joao Mario. He's running all the way across. He's in the center of the pitch. Over to Yildiz. Yeah! Yildiz! What a hit! Let's go! Woo! Yildiz! Woo! Let's go, baby! That's what we need. That's what we need. That's what we need from our 10. Bravo. He's got to make something out of nothing. That's our skilled guy, and that's a hit. I don't care what goalie's in net. Ain't nobody getting to that. Alla Del Piero, baby. Alla Del Piero. Hey! Hey! We're back in it, baby. 1-1. Now let's get after the victory. We're back at 1, baby. We're back at 1. We're back at 1. We're back at 1. Let's go. Let's go. E vaffanculo Adeyemi, you little rat. Come on, baby. Let's go. Our star boy brings us back level. Now it's time to take care of business. Wake up. And Tudor, you should look at another change right now. We're closing on 65th minute. Dortmund coming back at us now. Does the game open up? Couture in Adeyemi again. Lloyd Kelly watching him. Back for Nemecha, and he scores! Guys, what the hell are we doing? How do you let them score like that? Just literally tied it up. It's on tilt. It's on tilt. It's on tilt. This is crazy. On tilt here. 2-1 now. One of the most drab first halves I've ever seen. And now all of a sudden it's just like, and again, nobody closing him down. Top of the area, side foots this thing. And we're giving them, everyone's dropped back standing, closed down. Co-Miners has become a spectator. Get him off the pitch, Tudor. A spectator. Off. Off. Vavatinde. Vavatinde. My goodness, man. Stability. You need stability. I will never hear it again. The Locatelli's not the glue in the midfield. Get this guy in there. Make some changes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Literally 2 minutes after you just equalize, you let that happen. And you watch. We're watching. Out to João Mario. Played up that line. Benda trying to work there. It's going to be a throw into Juve. Kalulu to Bremer. Over to Lloyd Kelly. We're chasing the game again, boys. Chasing the game again. Kelly, what? What on earth is that ball? Just an absolute... I'm infuriated at the fact that we allowed that to happen right after a worldie from Yildiz. Kalulu does well to win this ball back. Cope Miners playing it forward. Yildiz now slots it. Vlahovic! Yeah, Vlahovic! We're back level, baby! Let's go! Vlahovic! 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 And Keaton Yildiz with the assist. Come on! Come on! Let's go, baby! We're back level. We're back level. These guys are suspect. Take it to them. Let's go. Let's go. That's two. There. There. Now we have to pay attention. Now you guys got to wake up. Beautiful slot there. Vlahovic, no mistake. 2-2. 2-2. Come on. Let's go. And it's time to wake up. You get your subs in there and you give... Woo! Woo! Wake up! Vlahovic on it now. Anton has it out. Locatelli stepping onto the pitch. It's about time. It's about time. We got Adzic coming in too. Let's go. Sound the horn for 2 goals. The third's coming. Let's go. You might have fallen asleep after the first half, but my God, the second half's waking you up. Locatelli's in. Come on. Here's João Mario. Working on that right flank. It's got 5 players there. Locatelli plays back to Kalulu. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Lloyd Kelly now. Finding Yildiz. There you go. Now we're cooking. Come on. Skin this guy. Beats Ryerson, tries to have it in there. See it out for that corner. Ah, come on, Yildiz. You got to pay attention. You should have earned that corner. You got to shield him off there. Cambiasso. Back to Kelly. Into Locatelli. Now up to Thuram. Over to Yildiz. Back to Kelly. Over to Bremer right at the halfway line. Now to Kalulu on the right. Has João Mario just ahead of him. Drops it off for him. João Mario. Inside to Locatelli. Locatelli now. Trying to play this out to Yildiz. That's a good crossfield pass. Trying to beat. Go to. Into Cambiasso. Out to Thuram. Back post cross. Oh my God. It looked like he was going to try to bike it after. Ends up hitting the defender. Wouldn't that have been something? Thuram. Sending a good ball. I'm not sure why João Mario stopped the run. You shouldn't have stopped your run. Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's take this over. 2-2. But they've got some changes now coming too. It looks like Bellingham and Brandt are set to come in. Bayer's one of the changes. And Nemecha is the other. So Nemecha and Bayer out. You've got Brandt and Bellingham coming in. We still have a lot of time in this game. We're only at the 70th minute. And we've got Adzic on. We got Yildiz remains. We got Vlahovic out there. You got Locatelli coming in. And you got João Mario that come in. Let's go, you guys. Time to take it over, get the victory. Look at the play from Vlahovic. That's beautiful. Wonderful touch from Adzic. We're in control. Now out to Kenan Yildiz. Or excuse me, Cambiasso. Locatelli to Yildiz. Little touch in for Thuram. Thuram now to Kelly. Kelly sends us one in. Goes right across. Here's João Mario on the right side. And the calls for what? Offside? Yeah, offside to Vlahovic. It pisses me right off. Pisses me right off that we played with such little energy, enthusiasm for that first half. Like, it just pisses me off. Kenan Yildiz with an insane goal, by the way. That was a fantastic goal. Oh, man. Throw in back to Kalulu. He gets stepped on by Garassi. Nothing doing. Cambiasso up that flank trying to hit Yildiz. He settles it for Cambiasso. Played up for Adzic. Adzic back heel. Cambiasso on the move. Running at them. 5 of them there. Switching it up for João Mario. Oh my God, man. A handball callback. What? Did he even touch it? Oh my God, just barely, if at all. You know what handball you guys did miss? The one in the first half. There. Vaffanculo. Good pressure there from Adzic. The crowd's getting fired up. Tudor urging the team on. It is a throw-in. Svensson set to take for Dortmund. Svensson now finding Brandt. Has he found some space behind Thuram? Now out to Couto. Couto running at Cambiasso. And he forgets the ball. Thuram picks it up. But Thuram, too much, man. Too much from there. There's a shot and he scored! Fucking short side on Digre. Jesus Christ, boys. Oh! You cannot get caught dribbling like that there, Thuram. Situationally, you have to understand what's going on. Situationally, you've got to understand what's going on, Thuram. You just can't do that. I love the guy. But I'm sorry, even short side there, D-Gray, like the whole thing's a mess, man. This is a mess. This is a mess. Holy, did you ever make a mess of this game? You ever make a mess of this game, Juve? Madonna mia. Madonna mia. Madonna mia. Holy. João Mario back to Kalulu here. It's 3-2 for Dortmund. Kelly to Bremer. You go from a 0-0 half. Look like this game. We were talking about having maybe one goal in there. And all of a sudden you're 3-2 Dortmund. 5 goals in the second half. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Kalulu. Up to João Mario. Brandt now wins it for Dortmund. To Gracie. Out to Sabitzer. Out to Benzabini. Brandt. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. I'm at a loss for how this game is played out now. Like, at a loss. This second half. Kelly back to Bremer, and Bremer right out of Yemi loses it, but thankfully gets a foot in there. João Mario racing back to at least win this. Yeah, we'll take that foul too. You let one go on Bremer, and now he's got one on this rat. Come on, you guys. So frustrating that the guys that need to pull the weight, arguably the most, like Thuram there, big mistake. Di Gregorio, come on, man. Like, expect more on that one. Locatelli up for it. He's making the calls and nobody's making the run. That's a good challenge there from Loca. There's another good challenge there. It's going to be just a throw-in. They're upset. There's nothing there. Oh, my goodness, man. My goodness. Easy goals, too. Frustrating to have the goals that we've allowed. It's infuriating. It's infuriating. Damn Champions League. This João Mario waiting. Vlahovic settles this one. I think he's also fortunate to get the call there too. Let's move the ball, boys. Move the ball. 77th minute. Down 3-2. Kalulu. To João Mario. Cuts inside centrally. Plays it into Vlahovic. How on earth? How? They're both battling. He loses balance. Give me a break. Shirt grab? Oh, yeah. Woo! Anton sold it after. Sold it after. We got Jagrova sighting warming up. I don't know how many minutes he has, but put that guy in there. Good step by Loca. Yildiz now. Gets a foul there. Play. Allowed to go on. Adzic. Kalulu. Oh, Kalulu. Too much, man. Guys, you got to be smart on the ball. Here's Adzic. Up to João Mario. Taking his man on. Gets to the right. Feints across. Up for Kalulu. Quickly, Kalulu. Come on. Holy. Off the post! We still got the ball. Going back up, Vlahovic. It settles at the top. Adzic can't save it. We deal save it. Yildiz. Oh, shot blocked. To Loca. Now back outside. What is the... Why are we playing it dead? What's the call to play it dead? Oh, Yildiz, man. Rip that thing. Kobel just gets a piece of it and then off the post. Oh my God. That's a big save. That's a big save from Kobel. Big save. Big save. Oh my God, Juve. Guys, you got to want the ball. Here's Loca, spreads it out to Cambiaso. There's a ton of space ahead of him. Push forward, let's go. Now sends it out for Yildiz, being watched by Couto. Inside to Cambiaso. Cambiaso, dude, where, what? What? Like, what is the idea there? Where are you going with it? Lloyd Kelly stalls Dortmund's move. Now goes back Bremer. Locatelli drops back to be an option. Positionally, it's not even fucking close between Locatelli and Coat Miners. It's not even close positionally at how he's got an understanding and Coat Miners is lost. Oh, inside to Yildiz. Inside to Vlahovic, laid off. Oh, they just close it down. Yildiz and Vlahovic almost connect there. We got a fast break the other way. This is Brandt. Bremer closing down now. Oh no. Gadassi, get that ball out, boys. A PK. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hit his hand. Lloyd Kelly on the block. Hit his hand. Oh, fuck me. Are you serious? Are you serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me that they call that in a Champions League game. That's gonna get called for the handball. The one in the first half doesn't get called, and you're gonna call this where it squeaks through as he's going down to ground to block. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Oh, holy fuck. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's harsh. That's harsh. That would be so incredibly ruthless to call that as a PK. Seriously. It doesn't matter if it's an amateur block or it's awkward the way he went down and did it. It's the fact that that's chintzy fucking call when he's got his chest and he's still got to put his arms down to brace for a slide. No matter how you do it. No matter how you do it, you're going to ground to slide. Your arm's going to go up. I've never seen a guy throw his body out in front, going to ground and keeping the arms back the whole way. It's like next to impossible to do because your mind's telling you got to brace for the fall. Whether it's awkward or not, that thing hits chest and body and ground and squeaks through. That's garbage. That is garbage. Fucking garbage, man. Chintzy, 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 chintzy. Like, to get that thing squeaking through his body and whatever and hitting his arm as he's on the ground. Obviously, he's going to put his arms out. Unbelievable. And these guys are just a shit show right now for this PK. Like, who the hell's going to take it? What a joke. Somebody step up. God, Di Gregorio, stop this thing. Come on, give us a fighting shot. Bensebaini steps up and slots. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. That's a horror show game from Juve, man. Horror show game from Juve. Awful. Awful. Unreal. Unreal. Well, Yildiz comes off now, 4-2. You get your first look at Edin Zhigrova, and it sucks that it's in this situation. Unbelievable. 86 minutes, 25 seconds, 4-2 Dortmund. And Juve just went to shit in the second half. The first half we were flat. At least we gave them nothing. But the second half was just, what a mess defensively. What a mess from a decision-making perspective. It's just a mess. It just became a mess. Locatelli now spraying it out to Kalulu. Has Joao Mario there, plays it to him. Look at this, is how you advance the ball. Like, you need that. And here we go again. Zhigrova trying to send him through. It's just a little bit too much. This sucks. This sucks. I'm infuriated by this game. It's just an absolute shambles at the back. It turned into just a mess. That pressure disappeared on our checks, and like, we started falling a little bit further and further back. And once they started getting possession in the middle there, and they had the ability to turn and kind of go at us, ever since that first goal, it was like we were just on tilt. And like I said, it's like, wake up, you get into it, urgency, but you just lost that balance. This game was ugly because it's like, in order for us to attack, it's like we had to have no defending at all. And in order to defend, we had to have no attack at all. They just couldn't find the right mix. And we made some brutal errors. Thuram here to Kalulu. Kalulu up to Joao Mario, up ahead for Zhigrova. Into Joao Mario to Locatelli. Joao Mario. Kalulu into Zhigrova. Now up for Loka. Loka on the ground here. It's Vlahovic. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here's Zhigrova, and the cross dips down. It's cleared. Anton clears it. Bremer heads it down to Kelly. He plays it to Thuram. We're closing in on the 90th minute. Would take an absolute miracle here to get something. Zhigrova settles that switch field from Locatelli. Cuts inside. Finding it there. Set up. Oh, Adzic couldn't settle that. The original shot from Zhigrova gets blocked. What a shame. What a shame. 6 minutes stoppage time. Juve down 2 at home to Dortmund. A 6-goal second half. Zhigrova up ahead to Kalulu. Out to Joao Mario. Now to Zhigrova. Now switching it out to Lloyd Kelly. Goes out. Cambiaso. Cambiaso into Locatelli. Oh, Locatelli just misses that back post corner. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Come on. Here's Vlahovic trying to make something out of nothing, really. Running at the Dortmund side. Dortmund's about to make another change. Kill some more time off this clock. He's going to come out. Oh my god, you guys. This is a frustrating one. Pascal Gross coming in. Kelly over to Kalulu. Locatelli now trying to find, and it's always Kalulu. Ooh. Loca tries to hit that on a one-hopper, missing Adzic, easily cleaned up by Dortmund. Here's João Mario on it. This is a piss off today. Big time piss off today. Completely lost the midfield in this second half. Lost the midfield second half. Too many softer performances. There's a good ball from Kalulu. Oh, okay. It's a nice little finish there. We got 4-3, but you only got 3 minutes. Vlahovic on a brace here. Might only be making the scoreline a little bit better, but my God. If at the end you find some way you walk out level, would be insanity. And the way that this game went, you'd take it all day, but sadly, I just don't feel it's going to come. That's a nice touch on the finish there from Vlahovic. Only got 2 minutes left. Fino Alafine at the weekend. Fino Alafine now midweek. Zagrova on it. Now he carries it forward. Oh, tried to send. Lloyd Kelly, of all people, on the run there. Ball coming back. Bremer heads it down. We literally have 2 minutes left. Cambiaso's on it here. Inside to Thuram. Back to Bremer. Bremer over for Locatelli now. Over to Zagrova. João Mario just ahead of him. Guys, literally 2 minutes. Here's Zagrova carrying it through the center. Slots it over to Cambiaso on the far side. Into Thuram. Thuram trying to cross this one in. That's headed out. That's too lazy. Trying to win this ball back. Oh, no. And they're off. They're off. There's Brandt. Slows it up. Up to Adeyemi. Big challenge there, but we can't get the ball back to try and go back at him to get an equalizer. And Dortmund will surely kill the clock here now towards the end, and they'll take this to the corner with Coutu. No, tries to get silly and play it out. We do get the ball back, but that's a strange play there, but it does work out. Still have Zagrova. One last push. 40 seconds left. Zagrova out to Vlahovic on the outside. Cross it in. Oh, we tied it. Lloyd Kelly with the header from Vlahovic. We went level at 4. Level at 4. Lloyd Kelly, what the heck am I watching? Oh my God, Lloyd Kelly does it again! He does it again! Filo alla fine! Filo alla fine! Holy shambles, but we salvaged a point. Like I said, with 2 minutes left after you go 4-3-3, you'll take it all day. At least this team's got balls and they got heart. Lloyd Kelly with a diving header finish. And whatever, man. Holy hell. You take 1 point. That's better than giving up everything. And you fight another day. The team does have fight, though. They do have fight. My goodness. My goodness. They have fight. They have heart. I'll give them that. We got a goal check. We got a goal check. This would be just brutal on this goal check. Checking the line. Checking the line here. Checking the line here. Yes! Yes! Aye! Let's go, you guys. Holy, you got the fight. You got the fight. You got the fight in you. I'll give you that. You got the fight in you. Bravo. Bravo. I commend the fight. We got a lot to clean up, but I commend the fight. Half the damn battle. Half the damn battle. That's game, everybody. 4-4. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. From season start to now, it's starting to look like we got to score 4 goals, 5 goals to get something out of games. And I don't care. You gotta give the man props, but Dusan Vlahovic came on to this game on a bloody mission. He came in on a bloody mission. Credit to Dusan Vlahovic, for real. I've been arguably the hardest on that guy for a number of different reasons. That was fantastic from Dusan Vlahovic. That was a performance and a half. You come on in this game the way that's going, 2 goals and an assist, helped save the day, salvage a point out of what was a disgusting for a second half. 8 goals in total in the second half. That's insane. I don't know if I'm going to survive a Tudor season, everybody. I don't know if my heart's going to take a Tudor season. This is insanity. This is absolute insanity. My goodness. You're just going to keep learning. We're going to keep learning. My lesson, Locatelli is the glue, you guys. He's the glue. He's the glue. Vlahovic, keep that chip on his shoulder. I'm telling you. The way this game went, and even with Openda David at the start, I know you could probably look back at it. He should have been starting. No, keep the chip on this guy's shoulder. It still comes down to Tudor. Learning to adapt. Learning to make adjustments. We all saw what was happening in the middle of the park. What did I say? What did I give you for a time frame? 55 minutes maximum with Cope Miners out there to start the second half. 55 minutes maximum. That was a big problem in the second half. And it wasn't just him, because even Thuram, they just lost it. There was no stability, because if Thuram tries to push forward, Cope Miners' positioning was dreadful. It was a mess. Locatelli is crucial to this side. If you still don't believe it, or you're not buying into it, you're in denial, or you have an agenda. The bottom line is, nobody does that role like he does. The only guy that did good with it was late against Inter when Thuram did it. But that's not his strength. We need Thuram to push forward, to drive the game. That is why Locatelli is key. He is the glue in the middle of the park. And we saw it because our midfield got busted wide open in that second half. Di Gregorio's got to be better. Got to be better. I would have liked that Couture one to be contested better. The Adeyemi goal, just shambles back there. Shambles back there. Got to be better. Got to be better. You just got to take it. You fought. You guys have fight. Credit to you, but we have a lot of cleanup to do. But Tudor, as we continue on, we'll learn from these guys and how he can utilize players. Zigrova, a short cameo, but he looks good. He's eager. He's going to make a big, big difference. And it's a shame he didn't have more that he could give us earlier in the game, because that guy looks like he's going to make a difference and he's going to make an impact. You could tell even just by watching that, the way he's on the ball, what he's looking, always scanning, and just how easily he moves about everything. And he makes the defenders retreat. He makes them retreat, which is huge for everybody else. Your stats, they end up being 52% possession in favor of Juventus. 5 big chances created for Juventus. 4 goals. You've got 3 big chances created for Dortmund. 4 goals. 10 total attempts for them. 19 for Juventus. Goalkeeper saves. 3 by Kobel. Only 1 from Di Gregorio. And Kobel made a massive one on Kenan Yildiz as well. I am absolutely pissed about that PK call, because I think it's, no matter how Kelly goes in or anything, I think he's hard done by because of it squeaking through his body and ground and then catching a hand. Like, the majority of his body blocked that thing. It's pretty harsh, especially when Juve doesn't get the call in the first half. That was clear as day. So I'm a little pissed off at that. This game, though, wild. I really think that overall, if you're either team, if you're Juve or you're Dortmund, you walk out of this game thinking, what the hell? You're thinking, what the hell? We got cleanup to do. And, yeah, an 8-goal insane Champions League game that sees us salvage a point. But yeah, wild emotions. Champions League nights never really disappoint when it comes to how crazy the games can end up being. If you're going to look at the ratings, which we will right now, this is where your players end up for ratings. Di Gregorio went in the negative to a tune of 5.7. And I can't honestly say that I disagree. Looked off tonight. Even the one that hit the post from Bayer, where Di Gregorio is just standing at his back line there, just watching. He looked off. He finished with a 5.7. I find it hard to disagree that he moves back a bit. Kalulu finished with a 6.3. I'm fine with that. Did tally an assist to his name on the cross for the Vlahovic goal. Bremer finishes this rating with a 5.5. That's tough, because a couple of the goals coming right through the heart there are going to hurt him on that one. But I don't know if I can put him at a 5.5. Like, I don't think it was to that degree. But, I mean, anytime something comes through the middle there and you're out to lunch there positionally, it's going to look bad on you. But I don't know, 5.5? I probably still have him at a 6.4, somewhere in that range. Kind of level with Kalulu. Lloyd Kelly finished with a 6.8 as the highest rated player at the back. Obviously, the tying goal on a beautiful header off the Vlahovic cross. Lloyd Kelly scoring in back-to-back games for Juventus. McKennie, 6.7. I don't think I have McKennie at a 6.7. Probably a 6.2, 6. Same as Kalulu. That right side killed us. Again, talking about balance and everything. I also would have played McKennie to start the game. But you could see something was lacking. And between Kalulu, McKennie, and Cope Miners, it was stagnant as all hell. Nothing was happening on that line and that side. And that hurt Juve a lot in the first half. A big reason why we couldn't really do anything. The right side, again, a sore spot. But we see Zigrova can help that. João Mario definitely can. And you know what? If you're going to look like that at the back anyways, you might as well have firepower out there. João Mario might be slated to start moving forward. Colt Miners, 6.8. 6.8? No. Colt Miners is at a 6. If he's lucky, remains even. 6.1, 6.2. I'll give him that just for the amount of distance he tracked and his defensive work, which at the end still screwed us over. It's break even 6, maybe should be in a negative. 6.8, no chance. Thuram, 6.5. I'm okay with him being on a 6.5 despite a couple errors, one being in a very critical moment for Juve. Cambiasso, 6.5. I'm okay with that. I think he needs to... He does this, though. I talk about it all the time. When he's on, he's critical for Juve. When he's not, it leaves a lot to be desired. I think we saw one of the softer Cambiasso performances. 6.5. I'm okay. Jonathan David, 6.5. Openda, 6.1. I think you can give probably Openda a little bit higher of a rating, but they're both around that rating. 6.3 probably for the higher guy, but neither one of them really impactful. Kenan Yildiz, 8.4. This guy finishes with a goal and an assist. Okay. He had a shot that forced a big save from Kobel that hit the post. 61 touches, 89% accuracy, 3 key passes. Kenan Yildiz is doing Kenan Yildiz things. He's set for a breakout season, everybody. Look out. Nothing's new there. And he finishes, like I said, with an 8.4. Out of your guys off the bench, Vlahovic finishes with a 9.5. He's the man of the match. He stepped in and was ridiculous. Had a couple chances, finished them, and set up the tying goal. Dusan Vlahovic, man of the match for me. And that's a 9.5. Bravo to Dusan Vlahovic. Bravo to him. I don't care if you're playing for a contract. I don't care what it is. That's what we need out of you and all the guys off the bench. Let this be a lesson to them. Lessons. There's a bunch that could take things out of here. Tudor, still got to learn lessons. Some of the younger guys, Thuram, I think Thuram's got to learn a lesson there. Colt Miners, I think he's too old to learn anything, but he's got to learn a friggin' lesson. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a damn shame of what this game could have been. The balance was just never quite there for Juve. We were either locking it down at the back, but nothing forward, or we had a bunch forward and looked in shambles through the midfield and the back. So, is what it is. 4-4. Hey, 1 point's better than nothing. We'll take that and we'll move on. But my God, very, very fortunate for Juve to take that point. Very, very fortunate. We're going to get to storm the barn here. Fire away your questions, okay? And I have a little bit of time, not a lot. I'd like to do call-ins again post-matches, but I don't have a ton of time here today, so we're probably going to stick to some Storm the Barn. See how you guys feel, okay? Alex Juve says, thoughts on Cambiasso. Is he our official left back? Wasn't at full capacity today. I mean, the thing is, off that left side, you got to get some guys. In there that can make some changes. Like, is Cabal going to be answer there? I see Cabal more as a left center back player more than anything, and he's got to get up to speed. João Mario did not look comfortable. He looks completely different guy when he's on the left side versus the right. Yeah, it's Kostic, everybody. Kostic, Cambiasso. I'd actually don't mind McKennie over there on that side, and he did a good job against Inter, and it doesn't affect your balance too much. So, one of the things we could have potentially done there is swapped McKennie and Cambiasso. So Cambiasso could have at least helped Colt Miners and Kalulu on that right side, and McKennie can do it enough, but Yildiz and Thuram will push forward from the left side regardless. So that's one of the things that maybe could have been adjusted. Again, we have to learn on the fly, but Cambiasso did not look full capacity. I will agree with that one. Does Letexier have money on German teams in Champions League? First that Leipzig horror show, and now this one. I'll be scared if he refs a Juve game again. I mean, beyond him, I don't know why none of our players were lobbying on that handball for us earlier. I don't know why VAR didn't choose to look at it or tell the guy to look at it. And then the one we got was pretty harsh. It sucks. It sucks. Do you put most of the 4 goals down to the individual error, or is it systemic? So if I'm looking at our goals that we conceded again, it's just, I think we got lost in the middle of the park. And at the back, we got softer and softer, because in the first half we actually did a good job. Like, everybody was pushing forward to their man. You'd see Bremer push forward to their man, Kalulu, Lloyd Kelly, and as that thing went on, for whatever reason in the second half, they dropped a bit. We dropped a bit, and we literally watched Adeyemi just cut across and strike that one to kick things off for them, and that's just not good enough. And they walked right up the middle. Thuram was trying to catch up and get a play in there, but where the hell was his midfield partner? Nowhere to be seen. Not good enough. It's not any single guy's fault. That was a breakdown, a big time breakdown from this team as a collective. For me, it's as a collective, for sure. Even if you take the individual errors, like Thuram trying to dribble there 23 yards out to the left side of your keeper, just situationally a little bit off and a little bit antsy. I'd probably say we were a little bit antsy, and it killed us. Another King Kelly goal. I thought it was banter. Yeah, King Kelly coming up. That's a big one too. Big one at the weekend. Big one here. Has Kelly received Lord status? He's always had it. He's always had it. Was really impressed with how well Mario and Jagrova played together. These guys are Joao Mario. Before we even saw Jagrova today, Joao Mario shows you what he can do. And again, it's that willingness to get away from the friggin' byline. Get away from the sideline. Cut inside. Opens up everything. It all starts from there. And same with Jagrova. He doesn't care to be over there. He'll cut inside. He'll do whatever. Openda and David never really clicked at that first half, but the support also wasn't there. So when you look at the second half, that's a big difference, because the support came, but it caused us to be like off balance because it was so much support and so much push. It was like a rah fight back that we lost our heads. We were fighting back, and we have fight, but we need to learn to do that while still keeping your wits about you. That's the growing part. That's where we obviously need to do better to be able to manage that style, that type of aggression, and still be able to keep everything calm and cool. So we'll see. We'll see. Tudor got work to do. So Openda and David, how do you feel? I think it was obviously lacked a lot of chemistry. Neither one of them really held up. Whether it was David at the start there, whether it was Openda, when he got to the top, they were all looking to go. It was like go, go, go. We didn't have much patience about our build-up or allow guys to even come up to support. It's what it is. Is what it is. Can we finally put the Dusan hate to bed and start the man? I would not start him. I'm sorry. I won't start him. I won't start him. I'll put the poll question out here, though, for all of you right now. And you could keep saying it. Start Dusan Vlahovic. Yes or no? There's your poll question. I want to know. I'm still a no. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let this guy come off the bench and do that. We saw him start. We saw him start the last match. It was terrible. It was terrible. No touch. No anything. Like the same shortcomings. Tired legs. Coming on as a sub seems to be his thing. Seems to allow him to win physical battles easier when he's coming on against guys that are tired. So for me, it's no. You don't start him. I'm not going back to starting him. 77% of you agree with me right now. We'll leave it on. But Dušan's better off the bench. He can win those physical battles easier, and he doesn't hurt the buildup because you're against tired legs, so your buildup doesn't struggle as much as at the start when everybody's fresh. How long do they continue with Coat Miners? I'm scared that they will continue because of the price. Well, this is a great point, Bino, and I literally said it. I said it this morning that I don't want them to get into this force situation. And I actually, if you guys follow me on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, I literally posted a tweet when the lineups came out. And I said that I don't have issues with the lineup at all. The good weapons that could still come off the bench too. But I would start Loka over Coat Miners. I feel it's being forced again. Hopefully he brings something more today. Because he does need to bring something more. It's just... And now, today, he lost one of the things that absolutely cannot be sacrificed. You absolutely cannot sacrifice losing the battle in the midfield, and he was nowhere near offering Thuram the support that he needed. We had no stability in there. No stability whatsoever. So if the plan was for Thuram, if Tudor went out there and Thuram was the one that was supposed to be the glue guy, the stability, then he failed on that accord too, because through neither one of them, it wasn't working. Because Thuram's game is to get forward, to drive us out of the middle. Every time he did that, Coat Miners was even further up ahead of him. Locatelli just plays the position properly and clean. He allows Thuram the freedom. He allows everybody the freedom to do what they need to do while keeping us stable. It was a mess. With Coat Miners, I've fought the fight with him. I've defended him enough. This was a two-man pivot match now where he looked brutal. This was a two-man pivot, a midfielder playing in the midfield, and it still came out bad, and now I'm nervous. Now I'm concerned, and it's rough. It's rough. So I am officially at the point where Coat Miners, I don't care. You spent the money you spent on him. He's got to play his way into the lineup. If he's trying to take Locatelli off the pitch, he is well off the pace. And I'll fight that one. I'll fight that one to the death. That he is well off taking Locatelli there. And to all the Locatelli haters, there is your proof. I always said, be careful what you ask for. And today, you saw it. Today, you saw it. Locatelli is important to this Juventus side. Period. Tudor looks like he's starstruck being Juve coach. He needs to understand that this is his reality and grow some balls. Defensively, we are a mess. I'm super pissed by this approach. For me, it was just chasing that balance all game and never having it. Chasing the balance all game, never having it. That's the easiest way I could sum up this game. Crazy one. Crazy one. He does have to do better. He does have to work. Thoughts on Digre? Time to bring in Perin. This was an ugly one for Digre in my opinion. Never really looked switched on. I can't fault him for any of the goals other than the Couto one. The Couto one, I'd like to see. I'd like to see it again, maybe a different angle, but it looked like being beat from their short side. That's a bad look for a top keeper. That's a bad look for a top keeper to get beat from their short side. So, not a good one for Digre. Not a good one for Digre. The call to play Perin. Perin was having fitness issues. Is he 100% good to go? Do you play him next game or do you just keep it with Di Gregorio? I don't think we need to open ourselves up to any more controversy than necessary. I think these guys need to take a good long look in the mirror, hold themselves accountable. I like to think that Di Gregorio is the type of guy that will know what he needed to do better and hopefully clean it up. But I don't think that I take him out for the weekend's match against Verona based off this one. But that's an ugly goal to allow. 0 goals in the first half to 8 in the second proves to me that this is a second half team breaking out of their Shelly. A second half team. Yeah, I just don't know. This is a tough one to read coming out of this particular game because Dortmund didn't just all of a sudden open up. They didn't just open up and just get after us and just wave after wave. They literally found so much space that we, in poor fashion, gave up. So, I don't know. I still think it was a little bit of a shit show. And I'm not so sure that this tells us that we're just a second half team. I just think that this game was a very strange one. And both teams are going to be upset with their performance. I think both teams should be upset with their performances. How do you not close out a 4-2 game if you're Dortmund? How do you not close that out in Champions League? You know? How? I think both teams are going to be pissed off, if I'm quite honest. And, hey, at the end of the day, lucky, but we did fight. You did fight for it, so I will give props there, but we have a lot of cleanup to do. That's the reality of the situation. Ton of cleanup. One big improvement I see over Motta's Juve and even Allegri 2.0 is that we don't crumble mentally when we go down. We still work to do, but it is an improvement. Yeah, I mean, that's half the battle. We've been talking a lot about team's mentality over the past few years. That's a bare minimum. The fight, be a pain in the ass, be a thorn in the other team's side, get after it, don't be scared. But the fear. Did anybody feel a little bit of a fear factor there maybe from Juve for the majority of this game until they were forced to really react? Maybe a little bit too much nerves? Lack of experience? I don't know. Maybe. As far as starting Dusan, 69%. Say no. We don't start him moving forward just because of this. Why the hell does Tudor not start João Mario? He did this against Inter and now today. João Mario can get things going for us offensively. I think you're at the point now where you can't fight it anymore. When there's a lack of balance, you have to correct it. And I think now that's the thing we watch for Tudor, is he's the one preaching it. Press conference in, press conference out. Balance. It's all about balance. But he's speaking balance between defense and offensive. Until you get balance from left to right, you ain't going to have balance from the back end to the front end. And we've seen it. We became one-dimensional. Had nothing going on the right side. It was all left side. And that makes it easier for opponents. And in Champions League, you can get away with that. In Serie A, you can't get away with that in Champions League. You're going to have to balance it out. So, hey, work to be done. To all the Loca haters, where are you at? That was your prime piece of example, this match, of his importance to this Juve. Give me João and Jagrov on the right, Cambiasso and Keenan on the left, and we are winning everything. I hope so. And we'll definitely see that at times. I think you'll see it at times. I really feel for Coop, because I think he really cares to make it work, but there's something not working. Shoes might be too big for the guy, I'm afraid. It's definitely not working. That was just nowhere near good enough today. Nowhere near it. Think Rugani starts versus Verona. Bremer needs a break. He was off it today. Yeah, he had like I said, anytime things come through the middle like that and you're not cleaning it up and plays are getting in behind you, it's not a good look. The call was, even in the match game, the pregame that we did, the call has been that it looks like Rugani's going to step in at the Verona match. So if Bremer gets a rest, no problem. I'm fine with that. It's all about winning. We just got to still find a way to get the result, and Rugani's going to have to replicate that pressure. Against Verona, we want to hem the back. We want to push them. So let's see. Need to stop being scared. Need to attack first, defend later. We keep waiting to go behind. Yeah, we definitely waited for a reaction here today, and it had to come from that, which just sucked. Words for Kelly. Hey, talked about it on pregame. He has not been an issue. I talked about it a long time ago when people were making a big fuss over 18 million, saying we spent that much on him. I'm like, that's pocket change in today's world. The biggest problem that's followed Lloyd Kelly is the fact that people associate him with Dean Huijsen, and they put the two together, and he got lumped into this because of mostly social media and guys going for clickbait and just rage bait. He has not been a problem. He's netted in both goals today, an important one at the weekend. He was a little off today as well, but I mean, holy smokes, you got a handful of guys that were a little bit off, and a little bit off as compared to really off, which some guys were really off. Yeah, Kelly just hasn't been an issue. João Mario should start with McKennie as a defensive substitution. Yeah, like I said, McKennie can still start a game. He could play on the left side and offer you balance because of who's over there. But João Mario at this point, if it's a fear thing that stops you from going with Cambiasso and João Mario, you might just have to scrap it because some way, somehow, you have to fight for balance left to right or you'll never achieve it from back to front. So João Mario starts against Verona. Yeah, fire away. Fire away. Christian, do you think that was a pen? It hit Kelly's... I was adamant about it on the live. I hated it. I hated that call. Hated it. I think it's so chintzy with him going down like that to hit chest, gut, bounce around and hit the arm on the way through or whatever. It was already slowed down tremendously. And then it hits that. It's just such a rough call. He blocks the majority of it as it tries to squeak through his body. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm even more frustrated at the one they didn't give for us in the first half because they ended up calling that. Nonetheless, we need to do better. We need to clean things up. For today, 4-4 Champions League opener. Borussia Dortmund, Juve ends there. We got 1 point out of the opening game. It's on to the next one, which should be Villarreal. And again, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But we knew that the Dortmund game was going to be tough, but we did things that made things tougher for us. So we need to clean our game up. Hey, let's see what happens. See what happens. We got time for a couple more, all right? We got, I don't know how this performance makes me feel knowing we have Madrid to face away, which will be after Villarreal. It is what it is, man. Like I said, clean things up. We've got some key guys that are still out. Chico, Zhikrova. Zhikrova showed that he could do some damage. João Mario, we got to stop having fear. We got to go at these teams. We can't make life easy for them. And we don't want to be the team that's always reacting. We want to make them react to us because that should open up the game for us, right? So work to do. Work to do. If we keep starting the games like underdogs, and especially in our home, we're going to get and that's part of what I'm talking about. You know, you got to stop being the team to react at some point. And one of the things we love the fight that's there from the team. But that fight has to be shown from the get-go. There needs to be more of a fight. There needs to be more aggression to get the jump on teams. Talked about it in this game that the first goal was going to be very important. You got to fight for that. You can't show your teeth after when you're chasing. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. And to concede immediately after the Kenan Yildiz beautiful goal, to concede immediately after that, that's wild. Like, that's a mess. And that just shows you where we were at today. We weren't dialed in. That second half, we were not dialed in. If you want to attribute that to a hangover from the Intermerda game or not, whatever the case may be, you got to be dialed in, especially on Champions League nights, but all the time. So Cleanup to do from coach. Cleanup to do from players. I think Cope Miners over Loca really negatively impacted the squad. Loca needs to start. Think everyone's starting to see that, man, whether you like the guy or not. Mitch, I am not happy at all. We got lucky 2 times in a row now. And we show grinta, but 90% of the games we look really bad. Let's not lie to ourselves. Well, again, nobody's lying. Everybody's saying the exact same thing. This team needs to stop being afraid, needs to stop sitting back. Tudor needs to find the balance. And he needs to get away from some fears he might carry, whether it's Cambiasso on one side, Joao Mario on the other side. Don't be scared. Would other teams be scared to play those guys? Would other teams be scared to play 2 attacking options on both flanks? I don't know if you noticed, but they played a very similar formation to us, Dortmund. And both of their guys were bombing. Gotu was bombing. Svensson was bombing up the other side. They had no fear in getting numbers forward. We defended fine in the first half, but when they get bodies forward like that, you've got to find a way to punish them. And we just had no idea on the counter how to hit them. It didn't really even make sense to try and hit them on a counter with those particular players. David, Openda, etc. Openda's got wheels and whatnot, but the mid was pushed way too far back. There's a lot of things. Game plan, players. You can look at a lot of things and dissect it after this game. But yeah, we need a lot of work. But defensively, the first half, we walked out of there with 2 attempts. They only had 2 attempts on us at the end of the first half. Yeah. In the second half, 8 total attempts in the second half, with 3 of them being big chances. Half of the attempts you give up in the second half are big chances. That's crazy. That's a crazy turnaround. So all balance was lost from Tudor. And he's all about it. He's going to have to figure it out. You can't play like that and win, man. You can't play like that and win. We got a lot of cleanup to do. You've got to figure things out, because if you're going to keep allowing goals like that, yeah, we are going to be in for some trouble, everybody. Not just in Champions League, but Serie A as well. You've got to figure out a way. Right now, he doesn't have that answer, so more answers need to come. But I think a lot of it is still approach. Reactionary. Talked about that with Tudor. Subs as well at times. Reactionary. We reacted yet again. Gotta stop doing that. You gotta be proactive. Tudor, gotta stop looking at things like a player too and giving guys too much leash. If you want to achieve something on the pitch, sometimes you got to get ruthless. If you got to pull a guy right at halftime, then you got to pull a guy right at halftime. It's all about what's best for the group. You can't have feelings hurt or anything like that. So, hey, we'll see, everybody. But that's it for this watch along. Like I said, I'm a little bit tight for time. It's 2:30. I got to bounce, but at the weekend with Verona, let's try and get some call-ins, and let's try and get you guys coming in, okay? As always, much appreciated for the watch along. No matter what the results are, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, okay? We've got the post-match tomorrow where myself and the panel are going to break things down in detail. We'll take everything in the aftermath of this game into consideration. As always, you guys are the best. Many, many thank you to you guys. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus, on to the next one. At least we salvaged a point. All right? Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you real soon. Ciao, ciao.